Commentary mode on.
Bomb acquired.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Laser, and today you're gonna be watching a GB match. This is from a while ago, but I do a good job of carrying my team this game. It's like I'm just playing, but I do pretty good. I go like 11-3, something like that. So that's just a little something in the background for you guys to watch. But the main topic, that's the big thing going on right now. I think this is the biggest MLG event that they have had so far, and that's MLG Anaheim. First of all, I just want to say that competitive Call of Duty, just competitive eSports in general, is growing like crazy. It's like a wildfire. It just keeps spreading. More people keep finding out about it, and the good part is more people are not just finding out about it, but are actually getting into it. I know, like at MLG Anaheim, I saw Des Bryant. I'm not there, by the way. I don't want to make it seem like I'm there. But on the stream, I've seen like Des Bryant was there. He was playing on the main stage. Dwight Howard, another former pro football player, Hank Basket, he was also there. So just to have, people of that stature to be supporting competitive esports is just amazing. Darn well I'm gonna be supporting it. I hope you guys are too. But in this commentary, today is Sunday. The finals have not come up yet. Basically, the top 4 teams right now are, and I don't know who's gonna win. This is before the winner has been announced. I kind of wanted to do that just to make my prediction beforehand. But right now, the remaining teams are Impact, Optic Gaming, Curse, and Complexity. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Impact and Complexity are guaranteed top 3, and then Optic and Curse are actually playing as I speak right now for 3rd place. So whoever wins between Optic and Curse will either be guaranteed top 3 or 4th place. And Optic is up 2-0 right now.
Good job, Seals.
But one thing I did want to talk about is I'm going to be doing a breakdown. Since esports, like competitive Call of Duty, is getting bigger, I'm going to try and make it like it's like an actual sport, you know what I mean? Like you see on TV, like I'm just going to use the NFL as an example. I think this will be the best example. So you have 32 NFL teams. I watch NFL Network all the time. I watch a show called NFL AM, which is basically a football talk show in the morning. And they basically just do breakdowns of each team, the different news, different roster changes, blah, 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 all that. So I'm going to try and be like a competitive Call of Duty esports and analyst, I guess, for these next coming up videos. I'm going to break down each team, Optic Gaming, Envious, Impact, even down to the lower teams like TVA. I'm just going to give my thoughts on, how I feel about the team, how I like the roster, how do their players stack up against the better teams, all that. So I'm going to try and do my best to do like a video breakdown for each team, not just, a couple teams in one video. I'm going to give like an in-depth breakdown on every single team. Probably maybe like the top 16 teams. I don't want to go too far into this because I'm not going to lie, I don't know too much about like the lower teams. Like Termination as a team, they were doing some pretty good things. I know they have a guy named Chaotic. He had like a big 3-piece against against Curse or Dare, it may have been. But he had a big 3-piece and he got popular for that. So Chaotic made a name for himself, and he also made a name for his team. So Termination is now a team that I'm going to be looking out for. They definitely made a name for themselves. But so far, I feel like the players to watch during this event right now are obviously all the players from Impact. They're trying to five-peat. That sounds so weird to say. They're trying to five-peat at this event, though, because we all know they won MLG Dallas, COD Championships, EGL, and I think UMG was the other one. So they four-peated that, and then now they're trying to win their 5th event here at MLG Anaheim. So they're obviously like players to watch. Today is Sunday, which is Optic Scumpy's birthday, and he's honestly just playing out of his mind. Like you know when you're playing out of your mind when the commentators have to like go full screen, and like I feel like every time I've been watching, they're like, let's go full screen with Scumpy. Scumpy's going off. Blah blah. They bring up the scoreboard. Scumpy's on top. Scumpy is just going off. Nade Shot is another player. I was watching one of the Optic streams one time, and they were saying how when they used to play Nade Shot back in Black Ops 1, they would be like, they looked at him as like a bad player, but I gotta give it up to Nade Shot. Like he really like went on a hardcore Call of Duty grind. Like he was streaming like 8 hours a day. He got really good. Like he's honestly, in my opinion, he's on par, if not better, than like Merc and Big Timer. I wouldn't say Scump. Scump is just on another level, but he's on par with the other Optic players. And if you have 4 players of that caliber, that can be pretty unstoppable. But Impact, their teamwork and just like their mentality, that's why they're unstoppable. Optic does, like, when they start to lose, they get kind of down, and they need to be like hyped up all the time, like Impact is. Like I always see Killer standing up. If they lose a round, like they're still talking, they're still non-stop communicating. So if Optic can do that, I honestly think they're the best team in the game. As far as just like straight skill goes, I think Optic has that. But as far as like the best teamwork right now, I got to give it to Impact, and they've proved it. Another player to look out for that I've seen play good at this event was Slacked from Unite. He was struggling like in the start when I was watching. Like I think Unite was the first team that I watched on the stream, and Slacked just out of the gate, boom, 40 bomb. I can't remember what team it was against, but I just he really came out to me this event. I knew he was good from MLG Dallas, but he went even harder because Clayster kind of stood out for Unite at MLG Dallas, but obviously Clayster's not there. So Slacked is kind of like the face of Unite right now. He's the only remaining member there from MLG Dallas. And I do have to say that I'm not too happy like with all the team changes that go on in Call of Duty. I just don't know why, like, Unite and Evil is a perfect example. Evil Unite plays second at MLG Dallas. Second. I don't know how you can play second at an event and pretty much break up your entire team. I just don't know how you can do that. And it's kind of the same for VVV. VVV placed third, and the only remaining member they have they have 2 remaining members, and that's Realize and Theory. So I just don't know why you would want to leave, a third place team. And a great example is 2 of the members from Unite went to Evil. John left Fear, who placed 9th. At Dallas with Fear, ended up doing worse than that with his new, like, they were supposed to be like the God Squad team, I guess. But that obviously didn't work out. So if I just could send one message to like the pro players, excluding like the Envious, the Impact, the Optic, who's they're gonna stick together no matter what. Envious getting beat by Conquer though, which was pretty amazing. Sorry, I lost track here. If the teams could just stick together, like VVV right now, they were expecting like a top 3 finish. They placed like 9th. If they just stick together, they'll be top 3 in no time. But the more you break up your team, the worse it's gonna be. Chemistry is key. But thanks for watching, guys. Commentary mode off.